G'day everyone, welcome back to Tom's Brook Farm. You guessed it, we're back into plumbing this thing up and getting this thing ready to fight fires. So in the last video, we got this all sorted with our manifold in there, and we got it plumbed to each side, and then I sorted out one side for the monitor. Now I just need to finish welding this off. I haven't done this yet. I just tacked it up there and left it, and then Henry, I wanted him to just see what it was like for him. Now it is a bit high, but it'll be okay. Like I said in the last video, you're just sort of setting it up there, and then it's not like there's any weight on your arms. You're not lifting up anything. It's because the hose is fixed. It's really quite simple and easy for fighting fires for anyone, even if you are lifting it above your head. So it will be fine. Now there's probably going to be a question about why there is a gap between here. Why not have it a big pipe the whole way? Ideally, it would have been nice to have a pipe the whole way, but this is just the size pipe that they have. The other thing is that it's nice to have pipe in between because it allows for vibration and things like that. So we're not having it all fixed and it doesn't all just rattle out. So mission for today: finish welding that. We're gonna do the other side, get that one up, and Dad is coming out of town today. I'll let you know later on if he's got the nozzles or not. We're not too sure, but he's gonna come out of town, and we are going to attempt to jump in this, and we're gonna cut the tanks. So you got one tank there and one tank there, tank in the middle. Actually no, yeah, something like that. Anyway, so we're gonna jump in there and get the hole saw. I'm going to drill some holes in there so that the tanks are all joined together. And if we have a really good day, we'll even attempt to get the cannon sort of plumbed up. Now you can might be able to tell it is a little bit windy outside, but it's not on the line yet. So Henry is out spraying. He's out there getting the canola killed, so that's good. So all right, let's jump on into to welding this thing up. So I'm just basically making sure that I've got it in the right spot and where I want it, just so that that's why I've only tacked it. If I'd welded the whole thing and this wasn't in the correct spot, then it's a lot of work to fix it. It's only got 4 tacks on the pipe, so it's quite easy just to cut them off and redo. But I think I should be okay with where I am. I'll just manipulate it to where I want it to be and just weld it there, and should be fine. Got our tap for opening and closing, so yeah, I think that'll be right. We'll go and weld it up. Alright, just obviously tack that up down there. Just wanted to get an idea of what it was going to be like, again, before I go and weld everything up. And I think that's pretty good, to be honest. Going to be fighting the fire. Still going to miss our wing mirror. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. Alright, now I want to show you what I was meaning. In the last video, if you stuck around long enough, I was saying the sticker is the correct way up, and it's on this side. You're looking down the barrel as you're firing, Now, I was saying on this side I was going to flip it upside down. Now that might not have made a huge amount of sense to people as I was trying to explain it, but now we've got the visual, we know what we're on about. Sticker is upside down. As you can see, it's just a mirror image now. So then now you're standing here and you've got you're looking down it instead of it being over here. Now, it's not like you're shooting a rifle, it's water. You can see where it goes, but it does make it easier if you're standing here fighting the fire when you go to adjust your nozzle. So you'll use a, you can adjust it from a tight, like a tight jet of water out to a big fan. So it makes it easy when you've got it on your side here and you can just adjust it straight up instead of having to reach around and adjust it over there. So yeah, and I'll show you how we can fix it if we need to. So you literally just go like that, and then you're like this. So you can see what I mean. If you're fighting the fire, let me put you back here. So if you're fighting the fire like this, so we're fighting the fire and a big thing comes up and you want to fan it, right? So you want to do a big fan of water. You're reaching around like this and going like that, and it's just not practical. But if we go like this, we're fighting the fire, and then we can just straight away, we're here, we can grab it instead of like that. So that's the reason. Now it makes sense. All right, Henry's just come in for a fill, so I'm now going to go and move all his gear down to the paddock for him. And then by that stage, Dad should be out here. I think we'll move the truck out because we've got all the couches and stuff in here that need to go down to the new quarters. So we'll just take them down because we're going to need the steel and move around in here. So we'll clean all this out. Then we might jump into this tank, see how we go cutting that, getting the tanks cut so it's all joined together. But yeah, we're getting there. We're getting there. Henry's can't spray, it's too windy. So we're just now going to take the lid off and we'll get it ready to hop in. And we'll see how well this goes. We're not too sure how it's going to go for us. Could be a bit interesting to get this lid off, but we'll see. Yep. Come up with it. So we're about to hop in here and cut these things. And just so that you guys all know, we've got the work entry permit for confined spaces, so we're all covered off on that. We've got everybody here. Not that they want it filmed, but might as well show you guys what goes on. We've done all our tickets and stuff, so we're all safe. So we're just going to hop in and drill some holes. And the other concern people may have is it's a fuel tank. You know, obviously fuel and drilling inside. Nothing to worry about there because it's been so long since it had fuel in here. We've also had the lids open for over a week. The bottom's been open for over a month or two. So anything that's in there has now escaped. And we're also, as you can see, the fan's coming up to go on the top there, just so that it's a hot day, because that's why Henry's not spraying. So I don't want to melt in there. So we'll see how we go. When I got in the tank, I took my top microphone off, and it apparently decided not to record audio. So here we are. I'm pointing there at a nice little step that the army had thought of, which was quite nice. And now I was then just pointing at the valve. We thought that they were open, but it turns out that they were stuck closed. And that is a issue that we had to figure out, because obviously we can't put water in that and draw from it. It's all air operated, so we're going to figure that out later in the day. So we got two. I was able to get one hole drilled through, as you can look. Looks nice and neat, which is quite nice. The rest were actually quite a struggle. So the hole saw just wasn't doing it. So we switched to using a drill, as you can see here, drilling 4 holes and then switching to the jigsaw and cutting a hole out. Now it doesn't look pretty. I guess it doesn't need to look pretty, but you can see how bowed it is. The hole saw just wasn't going to work on that.
The bottom, again, not very pretty, but it is practical. And in the end, what I did end up using was just the angle grinder, because the jigsaw was doing the job quite nicely until the blades didn't work.
So we've got the internal tanks are all cut in between each other. 3 cuts on one side, 3 cuts on the other side. It's a bit of a mission in the end to get that done, but we got it. Now we're just trying to figure out the plungers. So the valves in there appear to be closed. So we're just trying to work out how we go about opening them. There's a nut in there and we try to move it, not really moving. So right now we're just going to go with tracing the air lines that are on those, and then we're going to plug it into some air and see if we can just open the valves manually and see what happens from there, and make a plan if we can. You can see our holes. This is the valve here, which is air operated, and it's got a big spring in the top here. So when Henry puts air to it, it'll lift up, and then when he releases, it'll just shoot back down. So it's a dodgy fix, but we've got a bit of steel, chuck it in there, and it holds it for now. And then we can later on, if we feel like it, undo all these bolts, pull the whole thing out, and do it that way. So that's what we're going with. I'm ready when Henry is.
Ready when you are, Henry.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I got. Let's go. Just go down. Yeah. Yep. Can you pass me the other one that's up there? That one just wasn't fitting. So this. Now it's down. Pressurize.
We must nearly be running out of air.
And now it's again. Okay, release.
And scanner here.
Has he released?
Yes, released.
We weren't happy with this one, so this is the metal tank, the draw tank. Oh God. Can I have the pry bar, please? We weren't happy with it was only able to held by 1, the other 2 are held by 2, and it's just not enough. So what we're doing is replacing it, putting a bit of rod through. You can release it, Henry. I'm going to have to cut some more. And it stays open anyway. So we're going to put a bit of rod through like this, try and get that the whole way through, just so that this is held properly. We don't want this to, be restricted by that piece of metal falling out and then we're stuffed. So I'm just going to cut this a bit bigger and then we'll chuck this through. Alright, so this is what I mean. We've got this rod that goes the whole way across now, and we've hit it, and it's the valve has come down and it's now solid on there, so it's not going to move. So what that means is there's no chance of this little piece of steel here that we originally put in falling out. Now this is our draw tank, so this is the middle tank, so we need to make sure that this one was perfect, and it now is. So it's all complete now. Right, we got that achieved. So that was the main objective for the day. Tomorrow we'll put the skin on the back here, work out our crib protection, things like that. We've actually got Rotec here tomorrow as well to wire the pump up, which will be good because then we can get some water flowing. Now on that, Dad picked up the nozzles from town. So these are the big chunky nozzles that we've got. So up to 750 litres a minute, down to 360. And yeah, we'll see how they go. If they look giant, and if they're too big for this for our operation, we'll just swap them out for just something slightly smaller. But they should be all right. But yeah, a nice big chunky monkey. And I'll show you the hand cannon when I get down from here. And this is our hand cannon. So it's our inch nozzle. It's open at the moment, so that's closed. That's open. You got your adjustment there. So this is a 230 litre to a 50 litre nozzle, litres per minute that is. So yeah, this will be great for little stuff, mopping up whenever we don't want to use a huge amount of water as well. So be ideal. So with that, guys, we're going to leave the video there. Yeah, you already know what we're going to be doing in the next video, so stay tuned for that. So don't forget to like, subscribe, share, and we'll catch you in the next one.